Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit that notification bell, get all the updates. We're set for today's video. So the beer is courtesy of Woodland Farm Brewery. This is Kentucky Bergian. It's a golden barley wine coming in at 14% ABV. And this beer sounds amazing. And I've had versions of the base beer. Our golden barley wine aged over 2 years in Heaven Hill barrels. Sweet nose of toffee and orange with flavors of golden raisin, deep caramel, tangerine, and vanilla. Sign me up for all of that. Obviously, these are some of my favorite things. Right? I mean, it looks as described. All right. So, it is lighter than other barley wines. I like that they're kind of differentiating golden barley wine. It's got this like reddish copper, a little bit of brown in there as well. A little bit of head, not a ton. Lacing, or it's mostly sticking inside of the glass, but there is a film on top of the liquid in the center. There are some legs, a little bit of proper lacing sticking around as well. For 14%, decent amount of lacing. The legs are basically clear to my eye anyway. Let's see about the aroma. Yeah, that raisin thing for sure. It's very dried fruit. Vanilla. I almost get a little bit of a slight bit of the char from the barrels. And then it's back to the sweet stuff. And again, the way the sweetness is hitting, it is a lot of dried fruit like raisins. You could even tell me things like prunes. And I'd be like, yeah, I get that too. Nice streak of caramel. But it's not overly sweet either. Yeah, this smells fantastic. Let's get into the glass. Cheers. Thanks again, guys. I really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. That's really good. Wow. Man, that's good. Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, it follows the aroma. Caramel. They said golden raisin specifically. I've had those in my life, not a ton. So for me, it just goes to raisins. The caramel for sure. Tangerine is an interesting note for me. I can see it. For me, it's a brief moment of more like orange marmalade. That's how I would describe it. Vanilla for sure. You get. I was saying that char, you get barrel. It's like, I don't want to say it's generically barrel, but like, it's not overly charred. It's not overly vanilla-in. It's not overly oaky. It's not overly coconutty. It's just barrel. And then you do get some spirit as well, so like you get both things that way. How well, and I guess it makes sense for how long it sat in the barrel for. No harshness. Everything is in, I want to say perfect harmony. There's no flavors that seem out of whack or out of place. It's a very, melded together experience. It's a really nice sip, You know what's cool about it too? Here's a note I don't know if I've ever really said. Generic dried fruit. Like, there's a moment in the sip, for example, where I'm about to say dried pineapple, but it doesn't quite land on pineapple. It's just like, but still dried fruit. Like, that kind of thing happens. Dried apricot, and then right when it's about to hit, it's like, nah, not quite apricot. Although in the aftertaste, I get a little bit of apricot. That sip had the most vanilla that I've gotten, so I am getting more out of the barrel specifically with that. And there was, and I don't think it's just because I mentioned it, a little bit of a sweet coconut thing. So I think it was 2 years, right, in the barrel? Yeah, I mean, 2 years. And I think the base, has the heft to it on its own, and can stand up to, it probably did take 2 years of that barrel aging to him. Hey, Bruno, how you doing, buddy? To get that, barrel flavors in there. You're so weird. Yeah, you sniffing that box? Yeah, does it smell good, buddy? Yeah, this is a really nice sip. This is a great beer. Have you guys had one before? Have you had a golden barley wine and you thought there were big differences from just a quote unquote regular barley wine? You had a beer aged in Heaven Hill. Anything, everything. Comment section below. Hi, bud. You can come over. Once you're done doing that, make sure you, or I forget what I said. Check me out on Instagram at Untapped. It's no hype beer reviews. Bruno, you're throwing me off, man. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, talk to your dog off camera. Cheers.